Hello everyone, how's everybody? How's it going over there in the chat? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Whoo, we just got here. We're in a bit of a rush right now, but happy to be here with you guys. Hopefully everybody's having an amazing evening. I just got myself ready on stream. I literally had to set everything up. But hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's happy. And hopefully all of you are excited to see some Indie Gaming League playoffs, as we're going to start off with Team Meteorites versus the Strikers of Chaos Crimson for the playoffs here, but this is going to be the only match tonight, sadly, unless you guys got like some match that you can do afterwards. This will be the only match I have going. And it's going to be an important one as well, as both these teams are looking really good going into the playoffs, obviously. Now that we're here, I have to say it, it's all about elimination. Only one team will stay. Again, we have an important match here. Welcome to the Sporty Stream. My name is Sporty FC. It's nice to see all of you. Hopefully everyone is having an amazing evening. Maybe we'll get just a little bit better, as we are going to get both teams in their lobbies soon enough. My prediction poll is going out just like usual. I think you guys know how it works down here on the stream. As I do apologize, I'm kind of rushing here to make sure everything's working. Again, just got home, so nice to see all of you. Make sure to show support for your favorite team by voting in the poll while it's happening. Gotta get this info out to the captains, as it will be here. Let's go to the head-to-head just for a little bit. As again, just made this for you guys. Team Meteorites are going to be on the blue side. Strikers of Chaos Crimson are going to be orange. And both these teams are 3-3, I believe. I have to take a check on that with my Twitter, but I believe they are both 3-3 going into these playoffs. So they're both right next to each other on that bracket, for obvious reasons. As again, just making sure I get the info out to everyone here. That's Blood Wolf, and now we gotta get the cues. There they are. The info is now sent. Ooh, we're here on time. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Guys, you guys should be excited, as this is a fun rematch. The last time these two played was a couple weeks ago. It was a match that was actually on this stream. If you guys want to see it, it's on my YouTube. Again, the last time these two players, Strikers of Chaos Crimson, played against the Team Meteors in Week 6. Literally, the week right before this one. So right after they just played each other, they get to play each other again, only 8 days later. Last time they played, Strikers of Chaos Crimson swept out Team Meteorites 3-0. And now coming into Week 7, Crimson has the higher seed, the slightly higher seed. In fact, they're right next to each other there. We're going to go to the webpage view to see our bracket. Here they are, number 4 and 5. The winner of this will be playing the Funky Bunch. Both these teams got swept by the Funky Bunch last time they played. Both of them will eagerly want a chance at getting revenge. And again, both teams, we're waiting to see that they're in. I can see that Crimson is in. Still waiting for the call from Meteorites. But hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everybody's happy. Again, it's a best of 5 here, just like what they had in Week 6. And again, this was on the stream. This wasn't that long ago. As all of you fans from the Knights of Chaos joining in, again, everybody support that org, the Knights of Chaos. They've been getting on my stream at least like 2-3 times every single week. It's absolutely impressive how you guys are always here. And like, how many of you, is it like out of your 7 teams, 6 of them made it to the playoffs? So we could get a lot of playoff matches here with these teams. Again, this is a really important match. And hopefully you guys are definitely voting. I wonder if anybody here is going to vote for Meteorites to see if they can get any points. Because if they are right on Meteorites winning, again, these teams are right next to each other on the bracket. They're both 3-3. But if there is anybody predicts Meteorites and they go for it and they win, they get all the points that everybody is voting for Crimson to win. So really important here. But again, we are waiting to make sure that both teams are in. We're going to be taking as much time as we need as we head back into our head-to-head. Again, this is going to be the first playoff match on the stream. Hopefully everybody's having a lot of fun with that. I'm really happy to see that happen because playoffs are the best moments in the Indie Gaming League. One team gets sent home, one team keeps going through, and upsets seem to be more likely in the playoffs. I'm not joking. Upsets seem to be more likely when it comes to playoff time because so many team dynamics change during the playoffs because now you have to get serious because everything's on the line. I know how it feels to go into the playoffs. The last time I went to the playoffs was the winter circuit for 1v1s, but on a team, it's very different. You got to get that team. You got to keep yourself confident. You can't give up. You can't let down. These teams need to fight for every single game because it could be their last series. And then when you go to the offseason, anybody that loses out in this first round, roster changes are likely for a lot of teams when they lose out first round. So, not wanting to be part of that, they want to see how far they can go. They want to see if their roster is as good as they think it will be. And this is Team Meteorites. This is Strikers of Chaos Crimson. Let's go to the end game. And so here we are, both teams. Hopefully we get them both in here. I know that I did see a Crimson join, so good to hear. Meteorites are have slightly more stats than Crimson does in actually a lot more stats in saves games. So the big question here is going to be on Crimson: is their shooting up to par? Because Meteorites will stop any shot for what it seems like. As now the prediction's over, yeah, we do have some people voting for Meteorites. Yeah, we got 2 people jumping on the Meteorites train here, 8 on Crimson in chat. So there are some people who are going to take that risk with Meteorites. Yeah, I can see what you guys are doing. Yeah, someone else has to put points on the on Meteorites for you guys to win. To win something. So we got Barrett and Typhoon being the villains here. Because most of the chat here is from Knights of Chaos. Even you guys are actually from Knights of Chaos. You guys are going to predict against your own team. Which, I mean, I can't blame you when it comes to getting points. In any way you can, right? Might as well do it. Although I do like that I do like how you preface this, Barrett, with the... Well, I'm going to predict so that you guys can actually get some points. So, you know, Barrett, it's a win-win situation. Either they win and the team that you're in the same org of wins, or you win and you get all the points. Smart thinking, Barrett. I like how you think. Although I don't think any of the Knights of Chaos fans here do. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they like smart people like you. Nope, it doesn't seem like they do. With N's comment. Let's get ourselves going. It's a best of 5. What am I saying? Just like it is. The winner of this plays the Funky Bunch. Both teams, when they played the Funky Bunch, got swept by them. They want revenge. They want it to come back. It's playoffs, baby. The first match of the playoffs, and... Man, these teams... I hope to get it. No one's joining. Oh, there they are. I was wondering whether I was going to go and message them in Discord, but they're here! Game 1 of this best of 5. Winner moves on to play the Funky Bunch. Loser will see their season end just like that. Both teams have had pretty good seasons, 3-3. Not a bad record, but now here comes crunch time. Q's 42 is going to start the scoring. Off right for the Meteorites. And slowly but surely, Strikers of Chaos, they have 6 teams out of their 7 in the playoffs, I believe. At some point, some of them are going to start to drop, and Crimson doesn't want to be the first. Well, really more likely the second. As they're playing with the Moosey, Eagle, and Bloodwolf. Their side is Q's 42, Lord Schmicky, and Young Bull. As Bloodwolf. Gonna try to dribble around, can't do so. He's gonna pinch in mid. And here comes Moosey. Not even close to the net. No one jumps for it. Bloodwolf's going to hit it mid. Moosey's gonna leave Collier Eagle with the shot, saved away by Young Bull. Bloodwolf can't challenge this one. Meteorites survive the first wave of attack from Crimson. Great start again. Meteorites averaging many more saves than Crimson is, and they're now going to average more goals too. Schmicky will score and now make it 2-0 in favor of Meteorites. As Bloodwolf, hesitancy there on full display, doesn't decide to jump in for it. Instead, shifts his car up, trying to play as close as possible, but you need to make a challenge in that situation. And that is not a great start here for Crimson. Team that swept the Meteorites out last time. Seems to be something different for them. They're just not their usual playstyle. Not so much pressure anymore. A lot of hesitant challenges. They seem to be nervous. A lot of new players, when they do join in the Indie Gaming League, when it gets to this moment, start to tense up, start to shake. You can't do that in the playoffs because there's so many seasoned players that know exactly what they're doing. You need to play smart. You cannot make any mistakes here. As Meteorites sends in 2. Young Bull trying to collect this clear. And Crimson may have just earned up their first goal. No, it's off the right post. Killer Eagle's up for it. He is going to put this one wide. Moosey back in mid. Q's is going to clear it. And Bloodwolf can get it back. And no solo plays just yet for Crimson. But that play may have just given Killer Eagle the chance. Flicks up high off the crossbar. And in! Killer Eagle with the first goal of the playoffs for the Strikers of Chaos Crimson. And it's a flick over Q's. Crimson have been on the wrong foot for the entirety of this game, but finally they get themselves started with Killer Eagle to get that goal. And he is that player. He's that mechanical player on this team. He has no problem going up for these high aerial plays that so many players would be too nervous to go for. Although there he's blocked out by Moosey. Bloodwolf needs to save his team off to the corner. And keeping this one only 1 goal difference. Moosey doesn't find the touch. He's running out of boost. Bloodwolf will. It's not very strong. Meteorites put it right back in. Killer Eagle doesn't get the touch. It's in front. Moosey doesn't get it. Shot by Lord Schmicky. Killer Eagle there. Young Bull off target. Still Young Bull. He's going to put it in for Lord Schmicky, but he can't find the touch. Meteorites looking for a flurry of shots. Instead comes up with nothing as so many misplays. And these teams playing a lot more defensive. A lot more reserved. Not willing to go for the same plays they usually would go for in the regular season. Tier 5, you know that it's very easy to make the playoffs. Just because there aren't that many teams, and a start that the Strikers of Chaos Crimson would want, but they are only still 1 goal behind. Having to play a lot of defense to do that, though. And that offense from them, it's vanished. They haven't gotten a shot in a couple minutes by now. Killer Eagle back in. Bloodwolf's going to bump out Schmicky. Q's clear isn't very strong, and Schmicky has to save him. We'll keep it in the corner, the place that Crimson will have to attack, and still looking for chances, but again, all these plays that they're making, very easy to predict here from Meteorites. No problems for them. As Crimson now, on their own defensive half, will have to clear it out. Both players, though, Moosey and Killer Eagle are up. Bloodwolf doesn't make the touch on the captain. You need to make those touches! Because Lord Schmicky comes on through. Meteorites, 3-1, Bloodwolf. He's been nervous all game. He's been hesitant to jump for anything. And Meteorites here get a goal from it. Bloodwolf. Something's happened to him. He's changed in this series. The captain of his team, usually the one to lead, but now he's starting to falter when the pressure is on him. Where's this performance? Bloodwolf needs to pull himself together because the nerves really are showing. As Meteorite is going to try to get the clear away with Lord Schmicky in towards the corner, and Chaos Crimson with a minute remaining need to get 2 goals. They just say they start putting shots in that net. They're trying too hard to dribble, pass, get the best shot when really all they need is just a shot. As Bloodwolf another miss, but a couple of people commit. Bloodwolf another whiff here. He's not making contact with the ball when his team needs him to. A couple whiffs, not consistent with the character that Bloodwolf carries himself with. And Strikes Chaos Crimson going down the wrong path, and Meteorites going down the right path. They'll make it 4-1. And a slam win for Meteorites. They just look like they've been here before. And they know what they're doing. Strikers of Chaos Crimson, the nerves are starting to get to them here. They know that elimination could be imminent, but they can't let that. They can't think about that. They need to play as a team. They need to play as a unit. They need to play as if they're in the championships and they can win it all. They're just not doing that here. Bloodwolf, with a couple inconsistent whiffs in the back end to give away that lead, and really only 1 goal from the offense that they've made. Crimson, they're shooting. Their team known to put in a good amount of shots. This game, though, that offense all dried up. Meteorites are going to start with an early lead. Crimson, you're going to need to take this whole minute to reorganize themselves. a start that they would like to forget, as Meteorites get their first win against the Strikes of Chaos Crimson. And there's a big difference we can see here from week 6 to playoffs. In week 6, both these teams knew where they were going to be. But now in the playoffs, your future could have a lot of twists and turns. As we are going to head to Game 2. Crimson. And while I hate to criticize teams a lot, but really this first game from them, not the same Crimson that we're used to. 6 shots, I can't even remember most of them. And it just wasn't a great start for them in the playoffs. You can definitely see the nerves coming onto them. And again, I hate to criticize teams so much, but especially one in the Knights of Chaos organization that I am so close with, but man, that was not a start you'd want if you are a Strikers of Chaos Crimson fan. Your team hasn't shown their true potential yet. But in Game 2, they can tie it all back up with a win. We're going to need to see a different Strikes of Chaos Crimson, one that is more willing to challenge aggressively, challenge a lot more, and put Team Meteorites on the back end. It seems like in Game 1, Meteorites looks like a group of seasoned veterans. They know what they're doing. They are able to play well with the pressure. Crimson just doesn't seem like it's the same consistency. As Meteorites once again going to be on offense, Young Bull to the back wall. We haven't said his name often for Meteorites, as he's been kind of the silent player on their team, sitting a little further back than the others, getting any touches in the midfield that to keep their pressure. As Bullet try to dribble this one up the sidewall, can flick it out too. He will. That's past 2 players. Crimson with a chance on offense, an opening. Lord Schmicky, Young Bull jump at the same thing though, and Crimson could use that double commit to get some space. It's in front. Moosey with the he can't get to it, and Young Bull's going to clear it away. His eye cut off immediately. Bloodwolf now up for it. Won't get the second touch. It's Lord Schmicky to do it. Meteorites playing solid defense. Their midfield has been really good on offense. Their midfield on defense, not really there, but as long as they get strong clears, they'll be able to form one. As Strikes of Chaos Crimson, you have a tendency to go really far back for full boosts instead of staying up in the midfield with the pads. As Crimson again, just trying to hit the ball. It seems like they're waiting for mistakes. They just need to start shooting. They got 6 shots last game, but none of them felt like they were really trying to put any crazy pressure. Just getting a shot is going to be invaluable for the Strikes of Chaos Crimson team, because with their offense that they're having, shooting it might just be the right answer. Give it away. Killer Eagle. Put it back in. You can follow this. Put the shot. Saved away by Lord Schmicky. He's going to go back for boost. This should give Moosey some time. Pass infield for Bloodwolf. Back to Moosey. Moosey doesn't have any boost. And Young Bull to clear it. Bloodwolf towards his own net. He may have just done it. Hits it off his crossbar. Here comes Q's. And Meteorites played defense for 2 minutes. Over 2 minutes, and with their first chance, they strike. Bloodwolf with another error on defense. He hits it to his own back wall instead of letting his defense take it to the corner. And that gave Q's an easy follow-up. And Bloodwolf here, once again, it seems like a lot of plays fall on him and not able to produce the results. As Crimson now down in a goal in Game 2 with just over half the game left. Meteorites just waiting their turn. Because of Chaos Crimson. Only 1 goal separates them, but eerily similar to Game 1. Game 1 was the exact same at the end. It was 1 goal difference. It was 1 goal for so long that they just couldn't make it. Meteorites able to come back. Bloodwolf saves on the line by Q's, and Chaos Crimson again. A lot of these infield passes going to no one, and they're just giving Meteorites clears. Crimson they're getting more shots, but they need to find something that works soon, because Meteorites are just breaking through them. And now they get another one. 2-0 Meteorites. Young Bull to score off of Lord Schmicky's pass. He's able to shoot this one past Killer Eagle. Killer Eagle pushing up, was hoping that Moosey could get a better 50-50. But now Crimson Looking at having to make a 2-goal comeback. Passing field to Killer Eagle. Killer Eagle scored the only goal last game. He scores the only goal this game. And if there's any consistency, it's been that Killer Eagle has been the one to score. As Bloodwolf makes that assist. Killer Eagle, an infield pass does work for them now. But again, eerily similar to game 1 here. Meteorites scored the first 2 goals, then Strikes Chaos Crimson came back, but Meteorites took that at the end of game 1 as they continued to put the ball in the back of the net. Crimson, can they flip the tail here? Bloodwolf, trying to write his own story. It's in field. Killer Eagle! It's always Killer Eagle! Bloodwolf and Killer Eagle strikes again, and they tie it up. Crimson clawing their way back from a 2-goal deficit. Now it's all tied up, with just under 90 seconds remaining. Crimson not out of it just yet. Meteorites with those 2 goals thought that Crimson could lay down and die, but Crimson still has life left in them. This series is not over until it is. Until the ball hits the ground in the final game. Until someone's decided. And Crimson, they know that way too well. They're still here to fight for every single game. Even if the chances look dire. They're still here for it. Just need one more goal to take their first lead. As Moosey doesn't make the touch, Lord Schmicky in, and now everybody on Meteorites gets a goal. And Q's using that corner, it bounces over Killer Eagle. Moosey backflips, and his own dead zone causing issues. Lord Schmicky to retake that lead for the Meteorites with a minute left on the clock exact. Crimson once again has to answer. They're able to do it so far. 1 minute remaining. Why wouldn't they be able to do it again? Meteorites definitely think so. That's why they're keeping this offense. That's why they're not letting Crimson get any opportunities. Strikes of Chaos. Have to clear this one away. It's a weak clear from Killer Eagle, but if it gets them a little bit of space, he'll use it. There's Bloodwolf now. His clear is also very weak, and Crimson just throwing the ball in the midfield. And Meteorites, that's what they want them to do. They want them to do it because that's exactly where Meteorites are positioning every single one of their players. Letting Crimson clear it to them, knowing that they're just going to put it right back in that orange half. As the final seconds now in Game 2 ticking down, Crimson needs a goal. They need to tie this up. But with no time remaining, and with Meteorites in full control, Game 2 giving Meteorites now match points. Could they sweep the Strikers of Chaos Crimson out of the tournament? And Crimson, it's been a better performance from them this game, but still, a lot of questions on Bloodwolf and Moosey. They haven't scored yet this series. It's been very reliant on Killer Eagle to put in their shots. And with an offense reliant on one player, it's not a surprise that Meteorites are shutting them down. You need to see that a full offense ability from them show up. And with their last chance here in the round of 16, they need to win every single game. Crimson didn't want it to go this way, but now they have to. And do we maybe even see a substitution? They do have Rebel as their sub. Maybe with how things are going, maybe they sub him in, see if maybe he can change the tide. Or maybe they stick with the same roster just to see if they can get anything going, if they can make a 3-game sweep, a 3-game run, and take this win. Crimson, again, a better performance in Game 2, but still, it's not enough. Now, they need to win every single game left. As there will be no substitutions from Crimson, they're going to stick with the same roster. It's a decision that I'm sure that they're going to be very confident in. They know that they can come back. They can't be out of it here. Still need to be one more game to be won, and Moosey here, you're going to use the crossbar, trying to get them at least some sort of a start. Bloodwolf, and now he scores. Bloodwolf with a good start in Game 3. Crimson with their tournament life on the line. Bloodwolf and Moosey showing up here. And for the first time, it's not Killer Eagle that's a part of this goal. It's Moosey and Bloodwolf, the two players that we have been very quiet this series. They haven't been able to show up. It just seems like that maybe the pressure is getting to them, but As long as they allow everybody to be their own weapon, because that's how Crimson plays. If they put in more shots, they become a stronger team. They put in more pressure, and they're able to shoot a little better than what Moosey just did. There with that shot going well off target. You can see this Crimson team maybe start to grow. And this one infield, Lord Schmicky, demoed out by Bloodwolf. It's in front, Killer Eagle. And that shot's just too difficult for him. It's going to be back for Moosey. As Killer Eagle did get a small touch on that one. It doesn't ruin it. As this shot, still off the back roll. Crimson playing faster, playing more aggressive. Playing like they want to win it here. And of course they're playing as if their tournament's lives are on the line, because they definitely are. Killer Eagle going infield looking for Bloodwolf. Q's doesn't get the touch, neither does Bloodwolf. And Young Bull, this one's a pass back. Lord Schmicky has to make that touch. Give his team some time, but it's not enough to reset. Killer Eagle to give Crimson their second goal. And now starting to add to this lead. The first lead they've gotten this series. And it's Killer Eagle to score. Crimson, can they make the swing in Game 3? This could be where they start that reverse sweep. And everything I've criticized them on before, their lack of pace, their bad shooting, their weird whiffs, those haven't happened anymore. It's a brand new team. They've recreated themselves. And there's nothing I can really fault them on right now. There's nothing that I can say is a rude error. As Crimson just starting to play better here. But now that's 2 players gone. Young Bull forcing Bloodwolf to make this clear, and he's able to do so. No one in front of the net though. Moosey trips over the post, and oh, it's a miss shot from Meteorites. Q's head enhanced moment. That was the chance for Meteorites to come back. And Q's throws it away. Still looking for it are the Meteorites, as now they have offense. Killer Eagle gets past 2. There's a double commit on offense from Meteorites. As Killer Eagle, dribble play, can't get through Lord Schmicky. Pops to the back wall. Looking in field, it's Bloodwolf. He can't make the touch. It's in front. Calamity in front, but Meteorites will get the clear from Q's. Moosey in. Bouncing out and around. No one makes the touch here. Chance for Strikers of Chaos Crimson. The infield pass, and Bloodwolf overdoes his aerial. One more goal from Strikers of Chaos Crimson will give themselves a very dominant lead. With just 2 minutes remaining, it's going to be very tough for any team to come back from 3-0 down. You see, using the corner to chip it out to himself, get a clear. He doesn't make the touch. Tier 5. As Lord Schmicky gonna make it. Bloodwolf. Oh, another bad touch from Bloodwolf. He's once again overdone it. Moosey does too. Lord Schmicky, his shot's off target, but Young Bull in. Saved! Killer Eagle's there. Killer Eagle saves his team again. And Bloodwolf and Moosey almost threw away that one. 2 missed aerials. Crimson must be thanking Killer Eagle. He just saved their team and kept their 2-goal lead. Once again, it's back. Moosey, another whiff. Bloodwolf gets it just out of the way. Crimson just need to relax a little bit. Maybe breathe a little more. Some of these missers in the backfield, not things I would usually talk about in their games. They don't usually make these aerials, but in the playoffs, every error is compounded. And the best teams know how to attack when the other team makes even the slightest of mistakes. Crimson needs to hold on for 1 more minute. Take possession. And Bloodwolf is doing exactly that. Great play from Crimson. They know how Meteorites like to play the midfield. They're waiting for clears, but Bloodwolf knows that. He's going to take the dribble out of defense. And a smart play from Bloodwolf. And now Crimson trying to just wait out the end of Game 3. 1 more goal surely will end it here in Game 3. As Crimson could take one back. Moosey infield cues. Clears it away. Lord Schmicky to follow, but dunked by a Strikers Chaos Crimson defender. And Meteorites in their own half. They're running out of boost as well. Crimson just keeps stealing it. As here comes Moosey back in. And Crimson rebounds in Game 3. With all the criticisms I made about them in Games 1 and 2, Game 3, they fixed They fixed most of them. There's still a few things they could work on, but Crimson not out of it just yet. That's game 1 of 3 that they need. And for all of you Knights of Chaos, Strikes of Chaos Crimson fans on the Knights of Chaos organization are going to be hoping they can now go on to win game 4. I will say, I was very critical of them again in game 1. I was very critical of them. Maybe even rude, some would call it, but it's just not things I've seen from them. Now this is the usual Crimson back in the usual style. But game 3 could have just been that time where they figured out Meteorites. They need to prove it here in game 4 if they're going to have any chance of taking the series. They need to win game 4. And does Crimson repeat it? It was not an easy game 3. Meteorites had a couple opportunities that they missed. They won't be missing them again. Or so they hope. Into game 4. Crimson hot off of a great win. And Crimson now, if they can just fix up some of these whiffs that they've been making on defense, they're going to be a very tough opponent for Meteorites. Again, the last time he's played, Crimson swept them. Didn't even give them a game, but now they're the ones who are on the verge of being swept. Coming back into game 4, and they score first as Bloodwolf pops it high over Schmicky. Killer Eagle gets it past Young Bull, and Bloodwolf continues just to slam it through as Q's is just not in there in time. Strikes of Chaos Crimson off to an early lead, just like how they were in game 3. Can they add to it? One goal is surely is not enough. As Meteorites average a few goals a game. And for Crimson, a double command in the midfield. They've done that a couple times. I haven't talked about it that often, and that's because it hasn't really been too detrimental to them, but here it's what gave them Meteorites offense, and they're going to use that offense to score. Crimson, a lot of these goals are just off their own errors, as that double commit gives Meteorites offense that gives them the goal. Crimson needs to fix some of these errors. They're not things that we would usually fault them on, because they happen so rarely for this team, but coming into the playoffs, it's a whole new ball game. Again, every error a team makes can be compounded. Q's overcommitted, but that error not resulting in a goal. Definitely going to be something that Crimson could take advantage of in the future. Q's is clear. Schmicky does read it. And now he dribbles it through. Bloodwolf, his first player. Landman 50-58 goes mid. Q's shot is over the net. And now Killer Eagle clears it. Gets the 50-52 on Young Bull. Meteorite still has it though. Strikes Chaos Crimson. What works was those dribble plays from Bloodwolf. You need to see him use them again. But Crimson just kind of sitting on their own back end. But Moosey, there's the dribble. There's the offense, and there's the clear. Crimson already back on the blue half. Bloodwolf. Now, chances in field, doesn't get the touch. Young Bull to clear. But he had more space than that, and Strikes Against Crimson will not let him get a chance at dribbling it out. Lord Schmicky, all through by Moosey, and what I've been noticing, a lot of these players starting to just clear the ball instead of actually taking dribble plays. Dribble plays are going to be more useful here. Many of these teams are playing pretty defensively. They aren't trying to give up a lot of space. You need to play those dribbles to get past any of these teams, because clears just aren't cutting it anymore. These teams are way too hardened, way too good at getting those clears and putting them back. But Killer Eagle, this is not a great play from him, and it's going to give Meteorites a second goal. As again, just forcing a clear out is Killer Eagle. You don't have to clear in that situation. There's so much space in front of him. Crimson, they need to start using more dribble plays, because that's what Meteorites are allowing to go through. That's what Meteorites haven't been able to figure out as well against Crimson. These dribble plays are what is giving them offense. Hughes almost finds one. Young Bull back in off the post. Crimson falling all over each other. This shot will fly in the net. Lord Schmicky trying to put this game out of reach for Crimson. Meteorites so close to continuing their playoff run. Crimson need to win this game. They have no more chances. They won Game 3 in a quick fashion, but in Game 4, seems like they're starting to fall back to what they played in their earlier games. This playstyle not as fast as we saw in Game 3. Shot down. Moosey doesn't get the touch as well. He needs to get those clears to give Bloodwolf up some help. Bloodwolf, though, he is positioned far enough back to get it. Again, Crimson has been playing a defensive rotation, but they now need to play more offense. Meteorites is happy to let Crimson clear it on them, because all they need to do is clear it right back. Moosey fails to make this touch, and now it's left up to Killer Eagle on the back wall, but clear it out. Killer Eagle takes some time, should be dribbling, and it gets past Q's. As Q's jumps in correctly, Killer Eagle not past Lord Schmicky. Drake Scales Crimson, if you're on them, you think they need to score now. There just aren't going to be that many opportunities left for them in this game. Meteorites have taken advantage of almost every single one of them that they've been given. Can Crimson do the same? This one stopped away by Q's. Killer Eagle to come in. And for the first time, he hasn't had a goal yet in the game. It's been Bloodwolf to score, but that's been it. Crimson, another double commit. As Bloodwolf doesn't have any trust on Killer Eagle on defense. Or at least he doesn't trust him at that touch. Moves to come in, he can't beat out Q's. Final minutes, Crimson. They haven't done it yet. They haven't been able to make any comeback when they were down. And it looks like it will continue that way as Youngbull now, with his first goal of the game, now makes it 4-1 Meteorites. Could that be the goal to put the nail in the coffin? Strikers of Chaos Crimson, after sweeping Meteorites in Week 6, might fall to them here 3-1. As again, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, Crimson really, they haven't looked the same ever since that Week 6 performance. Something's happened. I think the nerves here, and exactly, that's why the playoffs are so interesting in the Indie Gaming League, because any result can happen, any upset can happen. And any result that happens in the past is now null, as it's all about just winning. Crimson. Looking like this game is going to be the last in their series and in their season. Are there any more opportunities for them? As Moosey, infield, Bloodwolf can't get it. Killer Eagle will put it back in, but with that opportunity over, Meteorites are going to be facing the Funky Bunch next week. A match that surely you won't want to miss. Crimson, the ball drops off the crossbar. They will not get any more goals. Meteorites win 3-1. The series is over. Strikers of Chaos Crimson sent home. And Meteorites now continue their run. Their story will prevail. As these three teams couldn't have looked any more different in that series. It was one-sided in Game 1. It was one-sided in Game 2. It was one-sided in Game 3, but for Crimson. And then in Game 4, Crimson went off to a start, but Meteorites just play it a lot better. They look like seasoned veterans. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly how to play, and they get their win. An unfortunate end to their season for Bloodwolf, as I'm sure he's not going to be very happy with that performance from himself. It wasn't the performance that we know that Crimson can make. We've seen them on the channel before. But Meteorites, I must say, they stepped up tremendously after Week 6. After that week, a lot of people presumed they were going to get swept again. A lot of times history repeats itself here. In the Indie Gaming League, it gets even more one-sided, but they came back with the fury. And Crimson didn't have any way to answer. As that will end that match. That will actually also be the last match of the stream. It's a tough end for Crimson. I should state that I guess maybe I came off as a bit rude there. I do apologize if I did come off a bit rude. Just not the Crimson that we know, are known, but that will end their season. A start for them, but I'm sure that they're going to be looking to see what happens next season. The off season might be even a bit interesting here for them. As the prediction poll, those 1% of you that predicted Meteorites getting all the points. What a way to end it. And for Strikes Chaos Crimson, you'll have to see what they do in the fall split. As the two of you that voted for them, Typhoon and Barrett, round of applause to you guys. You're going against the grain here, and you won it. Even as past history proved different. And we're going to get an interview with the Team Meteorites players, or at least one of them. Looks like it will be Hughes to join. As welcome Hughes to the interview. Congratulations on your win.
How's it going? Thanks, Sporty, so much for the casting. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I was very brutal on your team because you guys got swept by Crimson the last time you guys played in week 6. It was only 1 week earlier. What changed? Because you guys suddenly look like a completely different team.
Yeah, it's still, a little bit surreal. The week 6 was, I mean, it wasn't even characterized as an off day. It was a lot worse than that. We were just out of sync, poor comms, poor rotations. We just weren't making good touches. It was just a day we just had to get behind us. But tonight we really got it together. We started out really strong, got momentum from the get go in the first couple of minutes, and maintained constant pressure. And we had just really good comms, and we played like how we know we can play. We played exactly um, as synergistically as we normally do, and that yielded to some really awesome results. We played really well. It was honestly great to come out of the gates like that. But just an awesome series. And of course, a big props to Strikers Crimson for their incredible sportsmanship and class and kindness and just for a great series. But thanks. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Now I feel so bad criticizing them with how nice they are. They're such
They
nice
are
people,
so they are
and
so
I
genuine.
feel bad for criticizing them so many times in that first game because, man, you guys just made them look second class towards compared to you guys. But in Game 3, everything was starting to change. Strikers of Chaos Crimson, with that performance, they could have actually reverse swept you guys. What did you guys do to get yourself back in Game 4? Because they took the first goal in that game as well.
Yeah, so game 3 was tough. We certainly had, I mean, even the first 2 minutes of game 2 when it was really kind of just a more of attrition there. We were just really fighting back and forth. It was it was a struggle, but um, we were able to pull it out there for game 2. And then game 3 was what we feared. We feared that reverse sweep mentality and that momentum that they certainly were gaining. And going to game 4, we knew that we needed to stop them from the get go and apply pressure early. Unfortunately, as you said, that didn't work. We got a goal scored on the first, 12 seconds, 15 seconds. That was not boding well. The one thing we told each other is we needed to avoid game 5 because that reverse sweep energy is unmatched. um, I think we just were able to take some deep breaths, calm down, trust each other, put some faith out there, and just play the game. And we treated it just as simple. We were able to strike back, make it 1-1, and then close the deal out. So all in all, a very intense, passionate, exciting night.
Yeah, and playoffs, it's a difficult place in the playoffs because so many teams play so differently in the playoffs. But now you guys got a little bit of playoff experience. You guys look like seasoned veterans out there, even though I don't know if actually if this is your first season. This might be your first season together. Who knows?
This is actually
This
this
is
is
your
our
first
first
season.
season, so
Yeah,
I
I was going to
appreciate
say
that.
that most tier 5 teams are. It's usually their first season. So again, you guys look like seasoned veterans playing out there against Crimson, and now with that a little bit of experience behind you, are you going to take this to compete against the Funky Bunch? Because the last time that you played against them, you got swept by them as well. Seems like we have a bit of history here between the teams that you're playing against. You seem to be getting swept by them all, but playing against Funky Bunch, you guys got swept by them last time you guys played, and now with that little bit of experience, you could take that to fight the Funky Bunch, correct?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I will say the Monkey Bunch, we had a great time playing against them. They're a great group of players and also just great people, very kind. The games we did get swept. We lost 3-0, but they were so close. The first game was a 5-minute overtime, and the other two I think were, at least one of them was won on a 0-second goal. So they were incredibly close matches. And while the results still yield a 3-0, I think we really have, if we can play it like we did tonight, I think we can put up a good fight. I'd love to see game 5 for that series. I think that's gonna be incredible. I mean, of course, they're the 1 seed, they're the favorite, they've dominated, they're undefeated this season. They're the team to beat. They're the team to win it all. So obviously we've got a big challenge ahead of us, but we're gonna take the next week to prepare and get our mental straight and take on the challenges as best as we can. But I'm confident.
Wow, that is the first time someone's ever said, "I'd love I'd love to go to a game 5." That's the first time someone says that because nobody likes to go to game 5. You
No
must be
one
a
likes to go to
psychopath.
game 5.
You're a
Right.
psychopath.
Perhaps. Some people really don't, but I think that because I know how well we can play, I think it's just going to be a real nail biter. And so it would be cool to go that far. I mean, I think that semifinal matchup could even be harder than a future final. So I'm really looking forward to it, and we're honored to get the chance to play them. So we're really stoked.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us for the short interview. Congratulations on winning and having your team continue into the semifinals. Should say my title is incorrect, everybody. It actually is the quarterfinals here, not the round of 16. There is no round of 16 in this tier 5 division. But again, congratulations on your win. You definitely proved yourselves out there, and now going up against the Funky Bunch. Hopefully, we'll see that on stream as well. Thank you so much for joining.
Yes.
Congratulations on
Yes.
your win. Before you do go, let's have a short shout out moment. Is there anyone that you would like to shout out? Because now that it's playoffs, I'm sure there has to be some names there.
I mean, I think for me, it's really just my teammates, especially Lord Mickey, Young Bull, GLE. They just played phenomenally. They are incredible partners, and we all work well so together. So I have to shout them out because they are just a phenomenal pair of teammates, and I'm so grateful to have them with them. And we're really, I'm just excited to play with him against the Funky Bunch next week.
Hey, I'd love to see that as well. It would be a great series. You guys played expertly. Congratulations again on your win and going into the semis. And again, hopefully we'll see you guys sometime later this season.
Yeah.
If not, fall split. There's always a fall split. Hopefully we'll get to see you guys
That's right.
there.
Thank you so much, Sport. I appreciate all your time casting, all the effort and time you put into this. It's just phenomenal production. We're just so grateful to have
Stop.
all
No,
of
no,
your help.
no. Stop pushing me up, okay? Don't make me get emotional here. Thank you so much for joining, man. And I'm gonna leave before you say anything else that will make me cry.
You're too kind. I hope you have a great one. Thanks again.
Yeah, you too. That was Q's 42 of Team Meteorites. Again, they move on to the semifinals. What a series for them. And seriously, a win that I'm sure they're going to be keeping close because I just got revenge on one team. Now next week they have to get revenge on another in the Funky Bunch. Let's see what happens. We can see what happens then. What happens then? Make sure to pay attention to them and their run in the Indy Gaming League. And that's going to end it for tonight. We only had one match. Is there anyone I can raid? Is there anyone that I can raid? Anybody live that I should raid, guys? You guys always have really good suggestions. I'm gonna see if I can find someone online that's doing a Twitch stream that I might recognize. As again, I'm gonna look, and we're gonna end the stream right here. Sam Waffle's live. Oh, Sam Waffle. He's doing Minecraft, but I've rated him before. Let's do Sam Waffle. Great guy. He's doing some Minecraft, so let's go say hi to him. Right. Have a good night. Yeah, thank you. Have an amazing night, Sonic Chaos. Let's go show support for Sam Waffle.